What's up, good people? It's your boy Jermaine, aka JP, aka Pac, whatever you want to call me. Welcome to the next episode of Unapologetic, where we have another awesome special guest here. We have Brother Darren Smith. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So Unapologetic, if you don't know what this is, some episodes that lead up to the program at the end of this month, February 24th through 26th, called Unapologetically Black, happening at Midland, Texas, at the Palmer Activity Center on Mount Rose Full Gospel Baptist Church. And there's going to be awesome things happening all weekend. Check out the website. It's going to be at the bottom of your screen here, www.mountrosefgbc.org/UB. So check that out. There's some new stuff on there, I believe, since last time. So check it out and make sure you come out to us. And you'll see this brother there as well. All right. Let's get into it. So, Darren, the program's called Unapologetically Black, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you hear that, because different people, it means different things. When you hear that, what does it mean to you?
Unapologetically black. What that tells me is, how often do you hear people say, "Oh man, you too black," or the way you talk is you need to talk more professional. You need to, be this way, be that way. And a lot of times you see that in the media, you see that in the movies, you see that in church too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And what that does is it kind of destroys who we are as black people. A lot of times they say, for me, it's they say you're not light enough, but there's beauty in my darkness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
And whenever you hear unapologetically black, they're saying, they look for the answer, I'm sorry that I'm too dark. But the answer should be, I'm sorry that you can't accept me for who I am.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that, you can't see the beauty in the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I carry myself. Because there's a beauty in everything. There's a beauty in being black, but so often people, you see the memes of, like boys winning, like chicks winning and all this stuff.
Yeah, I hear it all the time.
There's beauty in everything, and I just see it as being, I'm sorry that you can't accept me for who I am. I'm sorry that you can't see the beauty in my blackness.
Yeah, they missing out on stuff, right?
Yeah, man, they missing out on
good too. The dark brothers is
all
cool
dark
ones, right?
Very sweet apple juice.
Hey, that's right. Hey, so actually, I'm gonna ask this. I'm already kind of jumping off. So curious. Do you think, like, we should really? You said like you said you were sorry, like that they miss out on that. Do you think we should really almost segregate our stuff from other people, or should we really dive into, I guess, other cultures? Or should we just keep ourselves segregated?
No, it's not. I don't really think it's about being, segregating ourselves. I think it's just embracing who we are. A lot of times, we live in America. There's many different cultures, and sometimes it is, easy to get intertwined with other people's cultures and ourselves. And that's also something that's good. But also, you can't lose the foundation of who you are as a black person.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So not so much to segregate yourself, but embrace your culture, embrace who you are as a black person, and give that out to the world, give that out to other people, also as they give to you also. But no, I don't think we should really just segregate ourselves, but be able to feed off of one another, but yet still understand who we are as a black person.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's awesome.
I hope that answers your question.
No, that's awesome, man. That's exactly what I was asking.
Oh, okay, good.
That's good, because it's good to, I guess, almost have I think we said a couple others, have conversations with others. Like, that doesn't mean we have to change, but we can still have a conversation with other cultures and still combine and talk to people. And that's one reason why we're doing this program. Be like, hey, this is us being black, and we want y'all to come out. Come on out, no matter what race you are, no matter what culture. So, hey, I'm with you. That's an awesome answer. First question, or next question, let's get into this. Another hard question is, so I believe you sometimes work with young adults and teens and
every night.
Yeah, so you always work with them. So there's one thing that I guess I always see. I seen it at even at the Y, I guess, the other day. Like, we're kind of, I guess, younger brothers and sisters are kind of taught to be hard. Like, we're told that you have to be hard. You have to do what you gotta do and be as tough as you can be. Sometimes that lead to some people doing things they shouldn't be doing. And even though it's one mistake, they end up getting in lots of trouble from it. question is, what can we do as a community to actually prevent them from getting into that trouble and to actually, I guess, to kill that stereotype that's really going around for us?
Yeah. Number one, start watching TV. No, I'm just saying.
That's a good start.
No, but on a serious note, for some reason, us as a black community, we're always in competition with each other. You see what I mean? Like, a lot of times you'll see, it's kind of like, I got the new Jordans, you ain't up on this, I got the next. It's like we're always in competition of who's got the best job, who's got the best clothing, who's got the, the best girl, the best ministry. It doesn't matter. We're always in competition with each other. They always say, black people love chicken. But if you go to Popeyes, if you go to Popeyes at lunch, man, you're not really going to see black people eating there. You're going to see them making the chicken, so I guess they can say black people like making chicken. But it's like, as soon as we can stop competing with each other and supporting each other, that's whenever we can start figuring things out. A lot of kids feel they have to prove themselves because I work at the jail. So it's like, if they're repping their set or repping their gang or whatever, it's like, okay, I got to do something to get my rep up, to be better than the next person. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you got this other gang, I'm not going to mention them. They support each other. They're trying to make each other better. And they're actually not coming back to jail. But the ones that's in competition, even though they're in the same gang, just like we're in the same black community, they're competing with each other.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I see it.
Now, if we're going to compete with each other, can we at least compete with each other on doing the right things?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
You see? But as soon as we break that mindset of, I got to be better than him, I got to be better than you, and start saying, man, he's weak right there, let me be his strength there. I'm weak right here, can you be my strength over here? And we start helping each other. That's whenever we could rise above our problems, rise above thinking that we got to be hard. And a lot of times people feel that if you open up to someone, which this is true, when a lot of times you open up to someone, you're pretty much giving them the knife to stab you right in the back. So they feel they got to be hard, they got to, never cry, never be this, never be, show your weak side or anything like that. But it falls back on accepting each other for who we are. That's whenever we could stop competing. That's whenever we could stop, knocking each other down and start lifting each other up.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Because then now I can know you for who you are, not for what you wear, not for where you work, not for what you've done in the past or what you're doing now. You see?
Yeah.
So
that's
I don't
awesome.
need to be preaching.
Well, no, that's awesome. That's why we asked you to be on this and on the panel. That is an awesome question, because that's one actually observation I see a lot of times is we love competition.
Yeah,
like even true. I almost feel like even churches, like a lot of times we get into competition with each other. Even though we're black churches, we're all black churches and we're all for one Christians. Exactly. And it's like, well, why are we competing? Like, why do I get the sense that this is a competition? And so that's good to say that, well, we need to come together as one. And do some good in the world. Imagine we put down competition, man. Imagine the great
things we could do, man. Just imagine. If we play basketball, for instance, I could shoot. I ain't played basketball in a year, but I could shoot a three from whenever I was playing basketball, and I'm pretty sure you could do a layup on anybody.
Oh no, I can make a three too. Oh, I'm half court.
See.
Just because we big, don't mean we can't shoot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So just imagine how often you see the ball hog, the one who gets his stats, and he's not letting the other person get his stats.
Yeah.
But now he done dropped 32 points, but they done lost the game. You see, but what if we work together? There's amazing things we could do.
Hey, you win.
Now we both getting ours in, and we don't win the game.
Yeah.
As soon as you stop the competition and work together, you can do great things.
Hey, man, that's a message. Best friend had you preaching up here. Just had to turn off and just let you preach on that, huh? So, hey, one question, because you mentioned, and I actually know you worked at a jail. The question comes to mind, and I was going to ask this anyway, but it kind of goes with it. A lot of times people get caught in cycles.
Yes.
Where it's like they get out, but then it's like the situation they're in almost puts them right back in. Like there's lots of movies like what movie? Oh, there's some good movies on Imperial Dreams, and I'm just throwing it. Imperial Dreams is an awesome movie on Netflix. Just throwing it out there. It's one of the movies where it's kind of like, hey, you get into a cycle.
View on Netflix.
So you get into a cycle. The question is, I guess, especially for us as a black community, because it seems like a lot of times it affects black community.
Yes.
How do you get somebody to break the cycle? Like, how do we step in, or do you just have to get something instilled in them for them to break that cycle?
So the way you get someone to break the cycle is you can't get anyone to break their cycle. You can't, because we all have our own lives to live. And another thing is, you're not around them 24/7. You can't be around them 24/7 because you got a life to live also. There's a guy right now in jail that he told me, he was like, man, I really, every time I see you when I come in here, I try to hide from you because I know you're going to talk to me. I know you're going to, see how I'm doing all this stuff, and, I'm not supposed to be in here. But he said, you know what, I'm going to keep trying. He said, whenever I get out in the real world, I'm going to continue to try to get better. The only thing you could do to help someone break a cycle is to be an example and love them.
That's awesome.
Despite of what good they're doing, what bad they're doing, what their circumstances are, what situations there are, is love them. I always say your best ministry is your lifestyle.
Yes, for sure.
It speaks the most because just like God says, He lives within us. So whenever you're letting God speak to someone before you speak to them, that's whenever change can happen, because you can't change anyone.
Awesome. Hey,
you can't break no cycle for anyone. Only God can do that, So all you can do is lead by example and love them.
That's awesome. That's a gospel message, man. Hey, that is amazing. That is a message, I think, for everything. I think that's a message even for what our country going through these days is love, man. There's so much hate going around.
We have to love each other.
And then I think a lot of times, like we don't, like I said, we don't really show the love. Like, we'll look at a man, we'll put him down. Even with just our lifestyle, like we'll be like, oh, well, you're not going to come out of it. Like almost kind of put it on him, like you're not going to come out, and we don't really care about you. You kind of put them off to the side. Like, do you see that a lot of people doing that?
Yes,
like, do you actually step in and like be like, hey, brother, no.
And like I said, and that falls back on the competition thing. A lot of times when people ask you how you're doing, not to really see how you're doing, but just to see if they're doing better than you.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
It's the truth.
Message. That's definitely the truth. Sad, but it's the truth.
We have to break that competition. So that's two things wrong now. We got to break that competition, and we have to love one another and support one another.
That's awesome. How you put this in some bullet points on the screen right now, because y'all need to remember that. Let's see. Next question. We're kind of coming off that a little bit. This one kind of a big question, especially in today's society. Like, you'll hear, like, even with her name, Unapologetically Black, like they'll come out and be like, well, you're playing a race card. The question is the race card played too much, or is it not played enough?
Oh, man. How do I feel about that? That's a good question. I personally feel like it's played too much because it's really tearing us apart, honestly. And it's funny to me because the race card is played on me by black people all the time, man, because they're like, you a traitor. Why you work with the law? And, you ain't for black people and all this stuff. And, trying to knock me down. I feel that it is played too much. I personally feel like race was created by man, Sure. God created all of us in His likeness and by His image. And so often we get caught up in, he's white, why is he over here? He's black, why is he over there? And, he should be this way, he should be that way, he should be doing this. And then it's because I'm black. It's because I'm white. I don't think anyone says it's because I'm white. My credit score good because I'm white. But I feel like it is played too much because it's not solving anything for us. It's not. No one uses the race card in a positive way. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, anytime the race card is played, it's played to start confrontation, or it's going to lead to confrontation, or it's going to lead to an argument, or it's going to lead to us just not getting along as a whole. You see? Do I feel that it should be played sometimes? It has to be played sometimes because we do have to fight for our equality sometimes in some situations. Even me, I've been working my job for 2 years now, and I still have to let people know, man, hey, I got this job because I earned it, I got this job because I worked for it. It's not because I'm black. It's not because I'm not white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Like, I guess I heard something you said where God made us all, the same, all in His image, and it's just where we came from in different parts of the world. We turned different colors, but to me, this is completely.
It's just hotter over there than over there.
Yeah, so some people came out darker, some people came out lighter, and I heard like one of my a pastor in my past, like he kind of said like he kind of broke down where it's like where you was in part of the world, like I think when it was colder, like your hair came down or your neck, and so you became lighter to help with less sun, and then same way when people kind of around the equator, you became darker and your hair came shorter because you won't be so hot. So we're still all the same.
Yeah, it's just another distraction to keep us from being one.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Whenever God created us, we was all one, on one accord with each other, and now it's like if you're black, you should be over here. If you're white, you should be over there. If you're Mexican, you should be over there. And it should never be like that, Like I said, we all have to come together. But it needs to start with the black community first, too, because we got to, look out for us first. Yeah, we can't change anyone else before we change ourselves. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So we have to work on ourselves first and get ourselves on one accord. And then we could go out there. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. That's definitely good because we got to unite before we actually start trying to go.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be trying to change this person over here while your brother arguing with you. Hey, you know what I mean?
That's for sure. Which I think that's a huge issue these days where it's like we're trying to change the rest of the U.S., but inside of our own community, like it's like, well, we got to do something first,
Yeah.
Change ourselves first.
We have to do something consistently.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Not just a one time.
Like, this is a fact too. Okay, so whenever white cop kills black man or black man is discriminated anywhere, we come together, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bloods and Crips rolling together, going to the store, about to go get a Gatorade or whatever. And and we became so powerful, man. The movement, the black movement, the whole, what is it called?
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. I hate to say this, but it's like it mattered for the moment.
Hey, I'm with you. Yeah.
Because in August, right after that shooting in Chicago, there was 98 homicides. 80% of those was black on black. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I say it has to be a consistent thing. It can't be only whenever tragedy strikes or something bad's going on or someone's being mistreated by a white man or by a Mexican man. We have to be on one accord at all the time. Yeah. People say it's impossible, but God is possible. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
there's nothing impossible for God. That's just the way I feel. I set my standards high. We have to get on one accord, and we can get on one accord with each other.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think that honestly, I think it starts with churches. I think as a Christian body, we probably need to really combine, and really.
Man, check this out. Okay, check this out. On the south side, you got Macedonia. You got Alexander Temple. You got Mount Rose.
That's where I was getting at.
You got our church, Missionary Hollywood. And a lot of our rests come from the south side, South County Road. Almost everything happens on this across those railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Imagine if we could come together because we all serve one God.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? We're in under other denominations, all that stuff, but we all serve one God. Imagine what we could do if we all came together, even if it's just one time throughout the year, or one time in 4 years, like the Olympics. We can make a difference.
Oh man!
But check this out. Not only can we make a difference with the community, we can make a difference with the law.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. Man, what a powerful sight to see all that come together.
With law, man, and I know some crooked cops, man. And all they need is Jesus. All they need is love. All they need is to stop the competition. Man, everything is falling with it. Man, look at God, bro. Look at God. I'm just saying, man. We could. That's the thing. That's the key to make a difference, man. It's love, understanding one another. Accepting one another for who they are.
That's awesome, man. I think that's a good. We're gonna say the rest of it for that Saturday. So y'all can see him on the panel, Unapologetically Black, at 6:30 that Saturday, February 25th. Man, so you're gonna come out and hear him talk some more on that because we're gonna ask these same type questions. And man, this is just a little snippet.
Hold on. He said 6:30 for the black community. Be there at 6, because then you'll get there at 6:30.
Hey,
I know how
that's a good point. That's a good point. We have some food up there too. We'll have some snacks in there.
Oh,
actually,
we're gonna be there at 5:45.
Yeah. We're gonna have food outside. Make sure you don't have to leave. So, man. So I guess final question. I think we got a little time. I hope I'm still going here. Final question is one piece of advice, or have you been watching anything lately, or reading, or listening to some type of music lately that has been really culturally conscious to you, and you're like, man, somebody like other people need to see this. Mm-hmm. What is something?
I've been reading a book called Battlefield of Mind by Joyce Myers, and man, it's really changed my way of thinking. I didn't really realize how many the tricks that the media give you, the brainwash that movies and music can do to you, man. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like wash my brain back out and like open my mind up again, and it's helped me to understand who I am as a person. Not to label myself as black man working for the law, or black dude driving a truck that he probably shouldn't be driving, because that's the way I used to think, because of all the stuff that people used to feed to me, saying this and that. And a lot of times we can go on, but yet those things are still being embedded in our head. Oh yeah. You see what I mean? Yeah. And it's a great book, y'all. Y'all just should read it. It will clear your mind. It will really open up your mind to things. It'll show you a lot of different tactics that Satan uses to gain control over our mind, which a lot of control we have over our mind right now. No, that we don't have over our mind right now is how we feel about one another. How we feel about ourselves, how we really feel about where we are in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good.
And the sooner, I don't know if this is still on topic or not, but this just popped in my head. The sooner that we understand that, this is about being black, right? But being black is just the icing on top of the cake. You see what I'm saying? And we have to really just understand who we are. I'm not keep going back to that, but we have to understand who we are, embrace who we are as a person, and then, the icing on top is like, what you wear, what you say, how you speak, how you dress, and all that stuff. Now, let's use this as an example. Whenever they use the icing and they have a nice picture and all that stuff, it's just all creative, but it tastes like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So what I'm saying is, what kind of icing are you putting on top of yourself? How are you presenting your blackness? You see? Good. Yeah, how are you sharing your blackness with everyone else? Are you giving something that's presentable, something that's going to make someone else better, something that's going to, affect someone in a positive way? Or are you just giving them a load of nice looking, low quality icing? You see?
Man, that's good.
And that's what that book did for me. I don't know if I'm hungry or what, but that's just my example.
Hey, I'm with you because I'm hungry too. But that's good. That's a good example. That's perfect.
It's a good book. Joyce Meyer, Battlefield of Mind.
All right, go get that. I know it's on Amazon. Digital copy. We in the library. Shout out to the library, Centennial Library in Midland.
Hold it down.
Hey, so once again, we appreciate Darren Smith.
Yes, sir.
Awesome word, awesome topics, awesome answers. So come out. Like I said, you'll see him on Saturday, February 25th. You'll see him, but come out to the whole program, Unapologetically Black, starting Friday, February 24th, going through Sunday, February 26th. It's going to be an awesome time, from the art show to the music to the singing to the dancing to the storytelling to everything. The panel is going to be awesome. I guarantee you're going to love it. So we'll see you out there. Check out the website at www.mountainrosefgbc.org/UB. And we'll see you there. All right. We out.